I once again welcome you to class. So in today's class, I'm going to show you how I created this flap. I only show you how to fix it in our previous video and then not show you how to go about it. We lost the video anyway, so we are going to now do it. So I have my pieces here and the bracket is here. Before that, what we are going to do is to measure the width of our pocket, okay, the width of our pocket, and then what I have here is about 6.1 or thereabout. So I will come down and measure as well, and then go to the middle part and also measure, because that's where the flap is going to stay. In this case, I have 6.1 over there, so that's the measurement I'm going to use. And remember, I told you the flap should stay in the middle. Is going to tighten the corner as well. So what I'm going to do now is to take away the main bodies, the front panel, and then I'm going to do this particular flap. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. All right, it's going to be the same thing. We need our lining, our interface, and then the fabric itself. So you can look at this fabric. I have interface, the fabric, and then I have the lining also here as well. Now what I'm going to do is to bring my pattern. The size of this pattern is about 6 by 3, which is the length and the width. And then the pocket we measured was more than that. So let me measure for you to see that this is what I used in doing the previous one. It is 3 and 6. All right. So what I'm going to do now is to place the pattern on the fabric with the interface, and then I'm going to trace it out all through like this. After tracing it out, I'm going to cut off the excess and then go ahead to round the edge on the lower parts. Okay, you can make use any design of your choice. All right, you can do it anyhow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and the allowance on the main side, okay, where I'm marking with chalk, I'm going to stitch in between with gather stitch like this, and I'll come to the other side and stitch that part as well like this. Okay, please don't do a tie stitch here, do a gather stitch. Okay, so now that I have finished stitching, I'm sorry I did not show you, but I just did a gather stitch on the very edge. I'm going to show you something. When you look at the stitches, all right, I stitched, my fusible interface was facing up and the fabric was facing down. So what I'm going to do is to separate the stitch thread, and then I'm going to pull the down thread this way. Okay, pay attention here. I'm going to pull the both sides, ensure that it forms some gathers around this corner, and it's going to form something like this. Okay, and then I'll come to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, and then I'll pull the thread from the down side like this, and then I'll come to the side thread like this as well. Now that we have pulled this, I'm now going to place my pattern on the inside following the previous mark that we have on the inside, and I'll go ahead and pin it down. Okay, now that we have pinned it down, we are still going to pull the thread a little bit more. Okay, we pull it a little bit more. Now you can see that when I pulled it, it has gripped the pattern paper. I'll push to the other side and do the same thing. Now what I'm going to do is to use my iron to press. I will take my time, press it little by little. Whilst I'm pressing, I'm making sure that I'm controlling the allowance with my hand. Okay, even though I'm getting burnt here. I'm getting burnt. So I'll go ahead and then press the side. I'll calm the heat down with my clapper. After that, this is what I'm going to have. You can see that it's very neat and the edge is very clean, whilst the pattern is on the inside. This is how the professionals, me and you as a professional, we need to go about things. I'll go ahead and then cut off the threads inside, even though I'm going to take off all the thread from inside. I will then put the fabric on the lining. Now that we are putting it here, there's going to be a reaction on the basting stitch. Okay, so we are going to pull off the basting stitch because the fabric itself has already created the curve there for us already. Isn't that easy and understandable? All right, so let me pull it out. You can pull it out or you can still leave it in there, but in my case, I'm pulling everything out like this. Okay, you can see what I have done there. So it is not going to affect anything. Don't panic. Just don't panic at all. So we are going to spread it out. We are going to go to the machine and then we are going to stitch it. I'm going to show you how to stitch that. The lining is going to stay away from the edge of the fur, like this one that I'm showing you. You can see it is clean, perfect, and cool. So let's go to the machine. Welcome to the machine. So we are going to start our stitching. Okay, so now our stitching is going to stay away from the crease. When I say the crease is where I have pressed. Okay, I'm going to stitch away from it about 2 millimeters or 1/16 of an inch away. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to place it like this. You are going to see it whilst I'm stitching. So take your time when you are doing this. You see that I did not fast forward this part. I took my time. When I get to the curvy side, I use my hand to roll. Okay, I did not use machine power. So I'll go ahead and stitch till I get to the other curve. Now let me say this. When we get to the mid side of this curve, we are going to stop and turn around. When we get to this middle, now you can see that my stitch is far away from the main crease. It's even pulling the lining like this. So when we get into the middle part of this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the lining from under and it's going to slack the main fabric. I'm going to put my finger in there for you to see the slack in there. Okay, you can see it. So let's the lining be stiffer and then the main fabric is going to have a loosen. All right, so now that we are done stitching, what I'm going to do is to trim and leave about 0.25 inches or about half of a centimeter, which is 0.5 centimeter at the edge. I'll go ahead and notch this part. I want to show you two things. If you like, you can notch. If you like, you don't notch. When you turn it on the inside, it's not going to be visible. Okay, so I purposely do this side this way and I turn it inside out. Now, show me where there was a notch. You can see it. So that is how it works. There are a lot of techniques in this particular work. So you can see the edge, the lining is staying away from the very edge. It's only the fabric that is creating the edge. I believe you can see it. Let me bring it to the camera so that you can see it perfectly. All right, I believe you can see that. All right, so this is it. It's clean, perfect, and exactly what we are going for. All right, so what I'm going to do is we are going to take it to the table and baste the two. Now we are on the table. So what I'm going to do now, you can see that I've already prepared my needle and thread. I have already threaded down. So what I'm going to do is to press from the fabric side, not from the lining, so that it's going to secure the crease that we pressed to create the edge. So I'll go ahead and press, and then when I turn to the inside, I'm now going to control any part that is trying to be stubborn in this project. I believe you are enjoying the class. So look at the edge. See how clean and perfect the lining is running away from the very edge. You can see how we go about this. Doing it professionally make you look professional. I believe you understand this. All right. So now we are coming to baste. So look at our base. We are just going to do two types of basting on our flap. Okay. So I'll first of all do the normal basting stitch. The stitching we are doing here is not for any other thing than to hold the lining for it not to disturb. Okay. You can also use hemming web to do the work on the inside, but professionally you need to baste it out as we do it. So you can see that when I baste it, I'm going to hold the lining on the inside like this. So I'll go ahead and baste it through. Pardon me if I fast forward this side because of time. So now that we are done with this, you can see from the inside the lining is going to be stable. Okay, everything is going to be stable. And then we are going to also baste this side. We are going to do the herringbone stitch. on this one. Okay, the reason why you are doing this is you can use it as a style. You can see it on the internet when Basting has make a project work look more professional. All right, so I'm going to do my herringbone stitch to hold the line. Whilst you are stitching, ensure that you are controlling the lining not to move as well. Okay, so I'll fast forward this part as well, and then we are good to go. All right, now that we are almost done, this is what we are going to get. So you can see the two different types of basting you can use, the herringbone and the our normal basting. So now that we are done, I'm going to now mark my 3 inches in height, okay? And then I will do the same thing to this one. Remember to cut it off. Let it be 3 inches. I'll place them together. So now that we have this, now we are going to form the edge. We are going to measure 2 inches upward. That is going to be the flap where it's going to show on the suit. I have this, my ruler here is 2 inches completely, so I don't need to mark and mark again. So I'll just place it on and then rule it this way. Now that we have finished marking it, we are now going to place the flap at the inside part of our pocket. You can see. Ensure that the line is going to be parallel with the placket. Remember in a previous one, I told you that let the edges meet, okay? So I show you what can go wrong in the previous one, and this is the correction. So now that you have seen the correction, we are going to align the line. You can also pull it down. You can make it more than 2 inches. So I'm now going to align mine, in my case, to 2 inches like this, and then I'll go ahead to baste. But before I baste, normally I'll place my towel under it, and then I'll make sure all the sides are tight, and then I'll go ahead to baste the placket, the flap, and then the lining together, just to secure for the lining not to move. This is some of the trick I use for my test fit. Okay, now you are seeing some of my techniques. I can also go ahead and do it at this very side. So this is one of my techniques that I use in when I want my client to test fit everything before I fully sew my suit. You are going to see that in my complete suit class physically. So if you are interested, you can also come around and check that. I went ahead to do the other panel. Good news, I'm going to show you how we do the test fit before we place the lining on the inside of this particular suit. So after this basting, you go ahead and stitch it out from the inside.